to die, the greatest hero of them all.
Hi there guys, in this video I go back in time to 2012. There I get to try out my first ever GoPro action camera, have an airport lose my skis, a bus driver try to desert me in a quiet town, and learned a black diamond is more than just a cool brand name the hard way. The hotel I was staying at was called the Alberg. Definitely the best mid-range value for money hotel at Mt Hotham, centred very well in the middle of the ski town, and a bus stop right at the front on their doorstep, giving you easy, quick access to all the ski runs. Microwave, little refrigerator. Just gotta unpack my things, I've had a quick snooze, and have a look at the magnificent view. And my phone's ringing, that's probably my skis, so I'll answer it. The scary problem with my skis was that with their size they didn't make it onto the same airplane as me. Luckily this seemed like a common problem, and the airline quickly had my skis driven up to me at Mt Hotham. Well, I'm awake now, ready for my first day of skiing. Have a look at the beautiful sunrise. I'm amazed from here how far you can actually sail, it's beautiful. Another big day ahead. Wonder what time the ski lifts start running. The first ski run I took on was Mt Hotham's one and only large beginner run. For those of you that aren't familiar with the difficulty of ski runs in Australia, there are 4 main levels. Easiest to hardest you have green circle, blue square, black diamond and double black diamond. I started carefully with the one and only large green run at Mt Hotham, but by only day 3 I would make a mistake that would lead me to a black run and complete more somersaults than I've ever done since I was 6 in gymnastics. After some warm-up skiing, I moved on to my first easy blue run, Sun Run. Well, this fence is in full working order. I guess I'll return to my skiing now. End of my first day skiing and now fully warmed up, I took on my favourite ski route on the entire mountain, Slalom Gully. At the bottom of the gully is a great place to stop, rest and have lunch. Saves you a good hour and not having to walk all the way back to your hotel. The Audi chairlift is the longest chairlift at Mt Hotham. Every time you finish the ski runs that lead you here, there's nothing better to do than to sit, relax for nearly 10 minutes on your way back to the top, and enjoy the wide open view. By day 3 my ski legs were back and I was getting to add to my skills from where I left off the year before in 2010. Now I bet some of you guys have already asked, where's this black run you're meant to have done? Well, let me show you. After completing a bunch of easy runs, I decided I'd try and find my way over here to the Orchard, a chairlift area where there's lots of blue runs everywhere. But getting there looked like another thing I just couldn't work out. Asking people for directions at Mt Hotham had been banned that year, so I decided to try the next smartest thing of getting past the hilltop with nothing but black runs on it, and somehow ending up here at the orchard. Then I'm meant to have a full long day of skiing on the blue runs that were so hard to get to that the chairlift there didn't even look like it was operating half the time. Did it work out? No. I instantly pretty much ended up getting myself lost and ended up coming down one of these black runs right back to where I started.
I was going to use that to get back down to the bottom of this lift, take this to the top and then go down the green run. But I thought the road was off limits, so I went down the advanced blue run, and I had to just take steps to stop because it was beyond me. And I got down the bottom of it and my ankles were fucked. But it's beyond me and I sidestepped most of it. You alright? That was fun.
Just as I thought, the snow's so soft here this would make a great picnic spot. Well, it's the start of day 4 now and my third day skiing. Now I'm just going over revising what I've done so far. My hotel I'm staying at, the Avalanche, is just here. And so far I've just been making my way back and forth on this road by the service bus. The first ski runs I tried out were here on the summit chairlift, which are green runs. I did that a number of times and then I strayed off and went down this green run that turns into a blue run called Sun Run, and I started using the Roadrunner lift second. Then after doing that a number of times, saw you can venture on further past Roadrunner and you can come down Gully Catwalk, which then turns into Slalom Gully here, which is very steep and that part there is slow. But the first time I did that run, I then caught, I didn't see you could continue on down. I thought you had to take the chairlift up, so I went up Heavenly Valley, so that's the third lift I used. Turned into bad luck. You see, it's all black runs. Black, 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 everywhere. And I thought this blue run here, I thought that was actually a service road and out of bounds, so I didn't go down there the first time I used this lift. And at the top, I ended up coming down Purgatory Spur, just here, which is a black run. Somehow I made it down that without falling over once. I just had to go very slowly and took a lot of side steps and kept going and stopping. So that's the third one I tried out, and I come down the black run and got back down to the bottom, and I was frustrated and stuck again, realizing I was back at the same chairlift I just took up to the death trap that I couldn't get out of on all the black runs. But then after chilling out and having lunch there, I realised there's a blue run behind the cafe, which takes you down to the next chairlift. So that's the fourth chairlift I tried out, called the Village, and it's my favourite one because it's very long and it's got a beautiful view. It's a great place to relax as well and rest your legs. So I headed up here, and then I was back to town centre, only one bus stop away from where I started at my hotel, back here. I then come down this blue run, it's called Playground Trail, which then links up with this blue trail here. But going down this one alone is pretty pointless because it's flat and slow. So you only come down here if you've ever come up the Village chairlift and you want to get back on these runs here that come off of it. That run there on its own is nothing to do at all, it's pretty boring. Day 4 now, start of my third day skiing, and I'm just looking over the map, seeing what is there left to discover. Unfortunately, I think the drift chairlift here with the two blue runs going around it, I looked at the sign and it's not operational at the moment. I'm guessing that's not because of the weather. I think they're just lazy and they don't operate it anymore to save money, because it's tricky to get to and it's easy. So they've closed it because the people that are using the easy runs are people that would find it too hard to get there, so they just don't look like they use it anymore. Yeah, day 4, my third day skiing now. I decided I'm going to head over here. I'm going to catch the bus over left to the Big D Express, and I'm going to try the 2 green runs that come off of it and repeat a number of these, and then tomorrow I'll try out and see if the blue ribbon's operational. I very quickly realised I needed to head back to where I came from, as by far the hardest part about getting down these ski runs was just the quick weaving to avoid hitting the lined up people in their learner lessons. I took myself back to my favourite blue run and was skiing the best I'd done on the entire trip. But it was short-lived, and very quickly the speedy fun ended, and I was reminded the hard way that my legs were very tired and the skis weren't appropriate. Well, I just got back to my room. That's the end of day 4 and my 3rd day skiing. It's not that late, it's only about 2:30 PM. I had to finish up my skiing rather early because I had a bad incident. As you'll see, hopefully in one of my videos, you get to see a bloody good stack I just had. My leg's not bruised too badly, but I can see rings already. And it's going to come up, I reckon, here tomorrow. I have this big brown, purple mark or something like that. And I've learnt quickly since I've been here that the skis I've got aren't right for me at all. The arsehole I bought them off of asked for advice, but I can tell he just wanted to get rid of the hardest pair of skis to sell. The ones I bought are more for professional skiers, not beginners or intermediate. I've seen everyone else has the same set of skis, shorter and a little bit wider than mine, so that makes it obvious that the skis I've got are meant more for speed and straight line skiing, like racing. The ones I need for learning to ski and doing lots and lots of turns and washing your speed off as quickly as you can, they're bad for it. So I'm actually skiing really good. I'm learning quicker and quicker. Because even on the wrong set of skis I'm still doing alright, but I stacked it good today and you get to see that in a video. I hope you have fun watching it. It wasn't fun being in it. When I stacked it, I just laid there trying to wash off the paint a little bit, and then a fella come over and said, alright, you're going to need to get moving. Are you alright? Or do we call someone over to slide you down on a stretcher? And they wouldn't let me walk down, which would have been painful, but I would have been able to do. So I waited 5 minutes, and then you see they come down in this sliding stretcher, and I had to get in it. Very embarrassing. And they slid me down to the bottom of the run that I was on, and then I just caught the chairlift back to the top and took my skis off straight away and walked back here. My leg's killing me. I'm just very worried that I might not be able to go skiing tomorrow. Oh well, let's see what happens. Next year I'm definitely getting a different set of skis. Feeling very beat up, I decided to relax and show you what the hotel had to offer. Altogether on one of their floors they had a pool, a spa, and a sauna. The hotel also had their own handy little deli. How do you tell how tired you are when you wake up? You use a hair meter. What's a hair meter? Well, it's day 5 now. My 4th day skiing coming up. I wanted to venture over to the other side of the mountain today. As you can see from the dead centre and onwards, there's another 3 chairlifts in the background, but they might be hard to make out. Those are the only 3 I haven't done yet, and they're all closed today unfortunately, which is a bit frustrating. And I can't see too much wind either. And my leg's still hurting quite a great deal from my fall yesterday. So I suppose it's kind of a good thing that I'm not able to venture out there, because those runs are all hard and intermediate. And then tomorrow, hopefully I'll get an opportunity before I leave to venture out and cover the last 3 ski lifts I haven't been on yet. And if that's successful, then I would have done runs on the entire mountain. it's day 6 now, and this will be my 5th day skiing opportunity. But as you can see by my hair, and probably even a bit of my croaky voice, that I'm extremely tired, I'm buggered, and I don't think I can do much more. On day 3 I was very unlucky, and I crashed it quite good, as you probably saw in the video, and twisted my leg badly. The muscles on both sides of my legs are extremely tight and worn out, so I can tell I'm not able to do much more skiing anyway. So I may not even go out today. I'll give you a quick look out the window why. As you can see by the view, there's not much that can be seen, so I'm very strongly guessing that more than half the lifts, definitely on this east side of the mountain, would be closed anyway. 4 days skiing, or 3.5. It was excellent fun for the year, and I've got plenty of pictures and video to remember it, so going skiing today as an extra day wouldn't really make much difference in the end, so I'm thankful. As you get older, it's easy to be satisfied, I suppose. Well, anyway, that's it. About all I've got left to do now before heading back. Tomorrow morning is I'll probably just get dressed and go walk the town a little bit, and maybe do another couple of videos to remember things and see if there's anything else interesting to take part in. And that's it.
The ski runs were definitely a lot more crowded on the weekends and less fun. This middle-aged woman here apparently broke her hip colliding with someone. Speaking of which, I guess here would be the perfect spot to show my magnificent crash highlights for the weekend.
Quite dark and foggy the entire time I'm here, and then as soon as I leave it becomes bright and sunny and nearly not a single cloud in the sky. That's my luck. I got a bit surprised by the time I got to check out. Now I've got to find a way to waste around 4 hours before my bus leaves. Alright, Mr. Adventurous, show me. I've got a lot of time to waste before my bus shows up, and nothing left to do, and there's only 2.5 hours worth of time left before the bus gets here, so it wasn't worth hiring skis. So I decided I'd just walk the trails. I have no idea where it leads. I think it goes for a long time, and yeah, I think this is a cross-country ski trail that you use just for adventure and exercise. It probably goes far too long for me to be able to walk it. I'm just going to walk down and have a look, take a picture, and then head back up.
Well, that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed watching my ski trip video. Click on the link if you'd like to watch where I return to Mt Hotham again 6 years later, and get to have much more fun skiing with my friends. And it's captured much better with more than just one person. We get to film each other skiing, and we're using not just one but 2 more modern action cameras.